Hey, guys, Altavies Pelzer here. And this is another episode of the Speak Easy podcast where we go behind the scenes talking about what it means to be the successfully paid speaker or author. I am your host, Altavies Pelzer, the voice coach, that part, founder of the World Voice League, a virtual network of female entrepreneurs coming together to impact social change. With that being said, guys, I am so super excited to talk about this topic today. Why? Because it has people's panties in a bunch. And that is all the recent changes on social media, including the likes being removed from Instagram. Now, some of you may be out there and you may be the ones who've had your panties in a bunch. I get it. I understand. It's hard dealing with change. But I was teaching my clients over the weekend, some things for them to look out for, some things for them to understand. And one of the biggest things was you learn in seasons like this and in moments like this to either learn how to ride the wave or get out of the water. And I am a beach lover, so I believe that the beach is where God lives and that's where he stays, and that's where he told me I should be for the majority of the warm weather months. But outside of that, you always see people, no matter what, if they are older, younger, no matter what, they're standing in the water and a wave is coming towards them. And when that wave comes towards them, you see some that try to brave it, stand in the space, and they still get knocked over. You see some that just jump with the wave and just ride the wave onto the shore. And I think a lot of times social media is that same exact thing, is trying to ride the wave. Or again, if you can't handle it, you see the other ones that go and run out of the water. Why is it so valuable and important? A lot of times we literally give too much energy to things that are not under our control. And when we think about social media, guess what? Social media isn't mine. It isn't yours. I wish, but it's not. And so with that being said, I either learn how to handle it or I walk away from it. Now, learning how to handle it means that I need to get into some coaching programs, or find a class, find a book and read it. Go and find out what these changes really mean, what they can do, what are the benefits. Because I can tell you one thing, especially with Mark Zuckerberg on Facebook and Instagram, whenever he takes something away, there's something else that he has given to you in that place. A lot of times when we're spending the wrong time focusing on what's being taken away, we don't see what's been handed to us as a gift. So go and look at that piece. But I also want to talk about how, on a bigger scale, the bigger picture with this is that, do we not understand the reason why this is happening? We are currently in an age, in an era where suicide and depression are on an all-time rise. Our youth are going live on social media and committing suicide. They're getting bullied and committing suicide. And this is the thing. It's not just our young adults. It's not just our youth. It's adults. There are grown people going through these same things. And so with the likes, it was increasing or enhancing that depression. Not to say that it was the cause of it, but it definitely was not, making it any better. So we have to look at the bigger picture. So, of course, that was brought to Mark's attention, and he had to, step it up, because you either are part of the problem or you are part of the solution. He decided to be a part of the solution by hiding the likes. Now, here's one of the things where people are getting frustrated and upset. But what am I supposed to do when it comes to getting endorsements, getting sponsorships? You can still get sponsorships. If you go to your insights on your page, you're still able to see your likes and your engagement. Screenshot it and send it. People that come to your page, they just can't see it. So it still works out for your benefit. Also, it puts you more on a level playing field, and it forces you to go back and actually have some real content. That part. So now I have to have some real content and some real ways that I can engage with my audience online. That's not a bad thing. It may take a little bit more work because some of you have been looking at it and doing it the easy way. But it also, made me want to talk about this other piece is I've seen a good number of people start to come away from social media and starting to do more things in person, starting to do more meetups. We saw that LinkedIn earlier this year launched their own networking space to where you can have networking meetups there. We know that the Comcast building in Philadelphia has space for you to come and do events. There's websites like Peerspace where you can go and rent out a boutique. I recently did an event in Brooklyn, New York, and rented out the Radical Women boutique in New York, in Brooklyn. You have the opportunity to do more things in person. It's kind of like we've gone full circle, and there used to be this whole idea of you actually doing the research and really connecting with people and having real conversations, and we're getting back to that. Social media is going back to being a place of being social. Not so much just the influencers being able to control everything, but now the everyday person, you definitely have the opportunity to move, stretch, shake, and let it go. And really have some people connect with you that are your target audience, people that want to network with you, people that want to support you. But it's going to be your consistency and your content when you show up. That's going to make all the difference. So when it comes to, this whole thing with the changes with social media, yes, it can negatively affect you. It could possibly affect your finances, your business. But again, it's your it's a playground. You don't own the playground. You're allowed to play there freely. So you have to abide by the rules of the playground. So with that being said, put yourself into a position to where you can really think about it. Am I going to ride this wave or am I going to get out of the water? Again, I've seen people on both sides. I've seen people ride the wave. I've seen people get out the water and completely shut down their accounts. That's what I've been looking at over this last few weeks, per se, in particular. The last few weeks have been, oh my goodness, people have just been up in arms having this conversation every day or every other day. And that takes away from the people we're meant to serve. It takes away from the actions that we're called to be doing in order for us to really make an impact in the world. So, as the adults that we are, we need to really sit down and refocus and really get ourselves in a position to where we can make some things happen. If that means that they can't see our likes, they can't see our likes, but they can hear your voice, they can see your content, you can see your photos. Doesn't change that. So continue to show up authentically you, transparent, 100%, and energized. So that way you can create that spark within the world. With that being said, this is Altavis Pelzer, the voice coach. And guys, I want to know how these episodes are really resonating with you. Leave us a review over on Apple Podcasts, bit.ly/ Speak Easy Podcast Show, all lowercase. We would love to hear from you. And not just that, guys. Also, make sure that you connect with us on Facebook in the free Facebook community by going to hashtag World Voice League on Facebook or going to bit.ly/ World Voice Community. We are super excited as we rev up for this meetup that we are doing in Philadelphia on December 14th. Yes, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. You want to be in the building. Small business owners, entrepreneurs in the area, authors and speakers. This one's for you. It is a free networking and meetup where we are going to be talking about some things that you'll need to implement for 2020. Not just that, we are going and we are recording not one but 2 live Speak Easy podcast segments while we are there. So you definitely want to be in the space and the place to be. bit.ly/ WVL Philly 19, all uppercase. That's bit.ly/ WVL Philly 19, all uppercase is how you can get registered. We only have a certain amount of spaces available, so make sure that you get into the space so that way you can get into the know. With that being said, guys, until next time, don't forget to press it out. See ya.